Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa Aaron, and I'm going to be your professor for ENG 203 this quarter. Now, one of the things you probably will notice when you log on to Blackboard for the first time and you start watching the web videos, you'll probably notice that I don't look very much like the person doing those lectures, and that's because those videos were shot in 2002, which, when you do your arithmetic, obviously that was quite a while ago, and many things have changed, including me. So one of the things I'm slowly trying to do is swap out some new videos for some of those older videos in a much more manageable chunks. I know that I look at some of the older ones, the scrubbing is very difficult, the length is really unwieldy. Whenever I watch a YouTube video, I expect them to be 10 to 15 minutes. I look at people who have videos that are an hour and a half long and they're discussing My Little Pony as literary critics or something. And I just think, are you serious? That's so long. I'm so bored. So I feel like if that's boring, then maybe an hour and a half video of Shakespeare might be boring. Even one with me. Oh my gosh. So instead, we're going to be slowly replacing that. That might take some time. I'm wearing a doofy looking headset because frankly it's the best way I've found so far to be able to control the sound and not get so much ambient interference. And I just want to give you a quick little rundown of what to expect. If you look down on the left side of your screen when you log into Blackboard, you'll see a set of things. The first part is course information, syllabus, lessons, etc. Course information has some things, including the syllabus, but it's also got a little thing that says important due dates, which are the important due dates, and I expect you to follow them. And also the course policies. Please learn the course policies. Please refer to them frequently, especially the assignment policy. I frequently get people turning in assignments in formats that I can't read, and if I can't read them, I can't grade them. So that's really important for you to follow the instructions on that. And then you'll see a chunk that says lessons. What you'll be doing is you'll be looking at your syllabus, and when you see on the syllabus, this is the date, it will say do lesson whatever it is. And then you will look at that lesson, say it's lesson number 4, you'll go, the video will be there, it's on a legacy server, so it's not optimal, but it's there. Different kinds of web resources, sometimes a link to the discussion question, all of those things will be there, and you'll just complete that lesson, and then you'll move forward. Again, I'm planning on restructuring this class entirely, and if I had my way, I would manage to do all kinds of fascinating things, but this is what we've got, and it's as good as I can make it. I want to give you a little bit of an overview about what you can expect in terms of what we're going to be reading this quarter as well. I have 5 plays for you to read, and I've really focused them on greatest hits. These are plays that are very well known. They're performed a lot. There are multiple film versions of it, which is important because you're going to be watching one of them for one of the assignments. I've also selected one history, one comedy, 2 tragedies, and a romance, so it gives you a little flavor for several different genres, and I think that's important. And it's also a wide sweep of Shakespeare's career, because Richard III is a very early play, and The Tempest is a very late play, so it gives you a little bit of a sense of his work as a playwright, as a person who was an active theater worker, which is one of the most important things we do actually know about him. We don't know very much about what he was like as a person. We can kind of guess. We don't know much of anything about his private life. We know a good bit about his business ventures, and we certainly know that he was an actor and that he was a writer in the London theater in the late 16th and early 17th century. So those are the reasons why I have you reading those plays. We also have access under web resources. You'll see that we now have links to all of the plays on the BBC streaming. via the library, which is really cool. I'm only going to ask you to watch one and look at the text and compare it, but I would really recommend that you watch a film version or maybe multiple film versions of these plays. It's really true. These plays are meant to be seen and meant to be heard. They're not really intended to be read. We read them, that's okay, but they're really meant to be heard and seen. And I can't tell you how many students who say, wow, this is so much better than the book. And I have to say, well, the book is not what was intended. It's the play. Of course you understand it better because that's what you're meant to do. So I'm hoping you enjoy this class, that you get something out of it, that even if you don't love Shakespeare right now, and you don't have to pretend that you do, that it's not necessary to make me happy, but that, as some of my former students have said, wow, I hate Shakespeare less than I used to. That always makes me feel really good, and that you enjoy yourself as much as possible. Shakespeare isn't just for fancy people or professors or people who donate to public television, although it's also a nice thing to do. Shakespeare really is for everybody. It's as close to free in some ways as, many kinds of popular entertainment goes. And if you go to a performance at the Globe or the Blackfriars, it actually will take you less time than going to see a movie in a regular theater. Hand to heart, that's really, really true. I wish I could, get you to see a live performance as much as possible, but second best, go ahead, watch some of the films. I will be popping in from time to time, putting in some new videos for you. We'll have some conversations on the discussion board, and you're very welcome to the class. Thanks, guys.